What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have another Mustang video for you. Today we are going to be basically going over my tune that I just received from Lund Racing, and it's kind of be like an in-depth like how to set it up and then what my initial thoughts are of it. The tune itself is an E85 tune, but in order to get to the 85 tune, they actually start you on a 91 to 93 tune. So that's what the video is going to be about today. And then another video is going to be just a straight reaction to E85 only tune. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, please leave a like, share the content, whatever you want to do. But let's get straight into it. All right, guys, so we're in the car here. So what comes with the Lund Racing tune is their new flashing device called the LRX. You get that. You can get your cable that connects down here, obviously, to the car. And then you also get a USB cable to connect your computer. It's a super simple process, though. Once they email you the tune and everything and you have the device in hand, they basically give you step-by-step instructions on what to do and how to proceed with everything. So the first thing that you do basically when you get the email sent over to you to get the green light to go ahead is you basically have to download the software onto your computer by connecting the device by USB to the computer. And then from there, you'll get access to the LRX cloud, where then your tunes will be saved and everything. So basically, you download the stock ECU tune onto the device, get it back to the computer, and then the computer will auto sync the tune that they sent over to you. For example, mine is a 91 and 93. I will show you guys what it looks like on the actual module right now. So I haven't done much on this yet. This is gonna be my first time loading the new tune, but you have these different screen options here. The one you wanna go to once you get the tune is actually programming. I'm gonna turn the ignition off because it says do not start. I am gonna put it in accessory mode though. So we're gonna click continue, and we are gonna be connecting. And then return to stock, obviously, the return to stock. Performance cows is where we're going to find your tunes, though. So for this one, we have the 91 to 93 tune. We are going to click continue, and then it is going to compress the file and download it on. The stock ECU tune, when you have to put it back onto the device, that takes a while, so make sure you have a couple minutes. It's about like a 30-minute process. From what I've heard about downloading the tune, though, it's a lot shorter. It only takes probably like 10 minutes, 15 minutes for that, maybe even sooner. So I will update you guys once it starts loading. So the first thing that's going to pop up on the screen is the sending bootloader message, where it's going to write everything for the car. And then down here in the middle, you're going to get a bunch of random flashing lights, but that is perfectly normal with tunes. That happens on everybody's car every time. So don't freak out if a bunch of random stuff starts popping up. It'll automatically do that. So we're going to download these tunes, and I'm going to see what happens once we get towards the end. All right, so while the files are downloading onto the computer's GPU, we are going to go over why you should get a tune in general for your car. So to start out, some of the pros of having a tune are the car's going to become faster. Tunes are very, very versatile. You can have burble tunes and ghost cam tunes and speed tunes, performance tunes, everything. But overall, it basically takes what the factory tune is not going 100% at, and it's basically going 100%. So obviously the cons of that are you're going to lose out on gas mileage. Some things here or there might be jittery, but tuning companies know exactly what they're doing. You should trust a tuning company. If they have a good name, they're not going to screw up your car. So the reason I went with Lund over like Palm Beach or anything is just because their tuning device, the LRX that just came out, is super easy to use. I don't have access to the famous N-Gauge that was discontinued that most Mustangs use. So after ordering from Lund, like I had a whole email chain, like their customer service team has been on top of things. Basically, Lund just has good customer service, like the best customer service I could find out of the tuning companies that I was emailing back and forth with, trying to figure out what I should do. So like what comes with the tune, basically, you're going to get your speed, you're going to get throttle response, you're going to get different shift points. I mean, there's a bunch of different stuff that comes with it. I overall just recommend it for anyone. All right, so this is the message we are getting after all of them have been fully done. We are to do the key off for 3 seconds, and then all those lights just popped up there. 1, 2, 3, and then let's go ahead and turn that back on. And then we're going to click back, and then let's go to the data logging screen. So this is the menu that you're going to have to be in if you want to go to E85. They're going to make you data log first. So here you can change your gauges. So you can change like pretty much a bunch of different options. I'm not a expert on any of these, so I'm probably just going to play around with it for a while, but different gauges you can put on. But the main thing there is data log. So in your data logging, what Lund is going to have you do is you are going to basically do various things that they send in like chronological order for steps on how to data log. You're basically going to click start recording right here and then do whatever they tell you to do in your email chain. So for example, they might tell you to let the car idle when it's at operating temp for a couple minutes, or they might have you do a couple pulls from a certain RPM range or a wide open throttle pull. And then basically you're going to click stop recording after you're done with all that. You're going to upload it to the LRX cloud on your computer. So you take the device and then plug it into your computer, and then it saves pretty much everything that they can work off of to get the E85 tune ready to go. So I'm going to start the car up, and we're going to get some gas and get some original thoughts and reactions to this tune. All right, let's get this thing fired up. Alrighty. So from what I've heard from various people that have used this tune so far is that you can actually switch the different modes and it doesn't really affect much. So you can still drive in your normal mode or your Sport Plus or your track or drag, whatever you're comfortable with. I like to maintain Sport Plus mode, but I'll start in normal mode just to get some initial thoughts for you guys. So we are in track exhaust as always. Let's see how this thing goes. All right, so we are gonna head to the gas station and get some gas. Okay, so immediately I notice throttle response is very, very instant. I don't have any sort of other throttle response stuff, like I don't have any pedal commanders or anything like that. A lot of people typically do, but I can tell right off the rip that throttle response is super duper quick. And then shift points, it looks like to get to second gear is very, very fast. Looks like it shifts pretty much instantly. So let's see what normal driving is like. It feels relatively similar to how it did before when it comes to just kind of like cruising along. I think where it really is going to get it is when you're trying to accelerate from lower RPM ranges. So let's get a couple pulls for you up here. All right. Yep, super crisp shifts. No lagginess like sometimes it can be when you're on a stock tune there. I'm curious to see how the downshifts are, because especially on the stock tune, the thing that really lets it down is when you're trying to downshift into second or first gear, it is very, very clunky. So I wonder how some downshifts will be here. Very smooth like butter. Let's see, second. Yep, so the second gear one, I mean, it didn't totally get rid of the clunkiness of it, but it was definitely better. And then as soon as the throttles hit, definitely losing traction a little bit easier. But I have 255s on. I definitely need to get rid of those and get some 305s or 275s on the back. But let's throw it into Sport Plus mode, and let's see how it drives in like more of a performance mode. But we'll leave traction on for now just to see. But yeah, first to second, super quick. Second to third, super quick. Third to fourth. I mean, these things have 10 gears, so it is going to like very, very smoothly shift no matter what gear it's in. So let's get a couple downshifts and see a nice little pull real quick. See some downshift again. Yeah, the downshifts are really smooth. Yeah, so this tune is kind of like the first big performance mod that I've done to this car. I mean, it only has like 13,000 miles, but The plan with this car, like I said in the last video, is headers and E85 as the two full bolt-on mods that I want to do. And then eventually down the road go to boosting it with some sort of either turbo setup or supercharger or procharger, something like that. But I have the E85 part down. I just need to actually data log the 93 to get the 85. But I have an X-pipe in here, but I don't really consider that a serious performance mod. So I'm curious to see what the tune by itself adds, like on 93 and on E85. I've heard rumors that 93 is probably around like the 15 to 20 horsepower range, and then E85 is probably around 40 or something like that. And then headers will give me another decent amount of horsepower. Good old 1 7/8 Cooks catless headers is the plan. You should be seeing those in a video coming soon, I believe, getting them installed. But so far so good. This tune is like really shifting really smooth and everything. So shout out to Lund for making the whole process super easy and simple. Definitely provided me with some good customer service and hooked me up with a great tune in general. Not that I've used any of the other tuning companies at all, but it seems like this tune is really solid so far. I don't know how much footage I'll get for you guys of like wide open throttle pulls and stuff, but I can try to get a couple. So let's see if I can find a road where I can get a nice little juicy pull in. All right, we got some room. Let's do a nice second gear pull real quick. Oh yeah, that is fast. That is fast and very quick shifts. Yeah, I'm in love with this tune, guys. I highly recommend. We got a little bit of room. Let's try, not like a hard throttle, but let's try a couple nice little pull real quick. That new suspension is putting in some work. That is kind of what I expected. Drag mode is definitely like the quickest, but there's no reason to use drag mode on the regular streets because of how fast it is. It'll get you in trouble super duper quick. That's why I kind of prefer the Sport Plus mode, but I mean, I had to get a pull for you guys just to try it out. But I think this is my daily driver, so I think daily driving on this tune is still going to be decent. I'll have to see what the E85 is like. That's probably going to be a little bit killer, but when you drive it normal, there's nothing insane. Like, it's not holding a ridiculous amount of RPMs when you're just driving normal. So that's always a nice thing. All right, guys, so it's the next day. I have just finished my data logging for the 93 tune. I'm going to send it over to Lund by putting it on the cloud, and then they are going to work on getting the E85 tune set up. Like I said, I'll have a full video on that soon of reactions and everything. I really think it's going to change the car like very significantly, even from the 93 tune, because I've just heard Coyotes handle E85 really well. So if you guys enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, share with friends, whatever. I know there's not too many videos on the LRX yet from Lund because it's relatively new. So if this helped you at all, like I said, leave that thumbs up. Overall, I'd rate the 93 tune probably a 9 out of 10. I think the E85 will be a 10 out of 10. So if you guys have questions, let me know. But we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.